Hi, welcome to Road 200. We're looking at few concepts. We're looking at methods that will help you to solve faster. Try to understand these methods and see if you can apply to different sums which are there. Helpful for any aptitude examination, including MBA entrance like CAT or even IPMAT or even GMAT or something on that. So a regular polygon is n sides. It has m diagonals of 25 different lengths. Now understand this important concept. So when you have very big numbers, then try to find a pattern. You always have a pattern by taking smaller this one. Now when you think 25 different diagonals length is huge. Okay, so in that case try to take smaller numbers. Triangle doesn't have any diagonals, but if I look at square, okay, four-sided figure, the diagonal is only one side. Size is only one. If you look at square, the size is only one diagonal. If I get pentagon, five-sided figure, so draw a five-sided figure and see how many length of diagonal. You can throw one diagonal length, okay, and both this diagonal length are same, okay, both this diagonal length, so they're basically one diagonal length. Even for pentagon, if I take hexagon, six-sided figure, take six-sided figure, you will see 1, 2, 3, but two lengths of diagonal, 1 and 2. This length of diagonal is different from this, but it's same as this, these two. So two diagonal lengths. So if I take 7 or 8, 7 should also be 2 technically. If I take 7, okay. So from this I can solve one diagonal length, second, third and fourth, but these two lengths will be same and these two lengths will be same, so basically two diagonal length. So you realize that for every 2 the increases number of diagonal length is 1. So if I want 25, let's say from 1 I want to go for 25 diagonal lengths, so which is plus 24. So from 4 it has to go to plus 48, which will be 52. So 25 diagonal length will be 52 and 53 will have 25 diagonal length. So D option. So whenever you have a figure with very big number like this, try to take smaller numbers, find the pattern. So I took a square. Triangle doesn't have a diagonal, so square has same diagonal length. Pentagon has also same, both diagonals are same length. From one point you draw diagonal same length. Hexagon has two diagonal lengths. So from one point you can draw three diagonals, but two are of same size. Same as seven-sided figure, you see two diagonal lengths. So you see pattern. After every 2 it's increasing by 1. If for 8 you will see there will be 3. So that means if I want from one diagonal length to 25 diagonal length, I have to go to plus 24. Here I have to go to plus 48. So 52 and 53, the next number. Next, two ways of solving this. One is equated. Normally one way of solving inequality is equate it and then try to solve. If I equate it, you get 6x minus 9. Take plus and minus 11 minus 4x. Okay, and you have one more option, 6x minus 9 equal to minus 11 minus 4x. If you solve this becomes 10x equal to 20, or you'll get x equal to 2. So at x equal to 2, both sides are equal. Will not satisfy, but equal. If I solve the second part, it becomes 6x minus 4x is equal to minus 11 plus 9. If you solve this, 2x equal to minus 2, or you'll get x equal to minus 1. So that means at minus 1 and 2 they are equal. So to satisfy it will happen between those two values. That means 0 and 1 will be the conditions which will satisfy the inequality. You can substitute and check out. Put 0. You will see this is 9, this is 11, satisfies. That means between the two values it satisfies. So 2. Second, also decent method for some case is to draw and find out. If I draw, say I put x equal to 0 in both here. Let's take the second case first. If I put x equal to 0 out here, you will get y is 11 in the second case. Okay, and if I put y equal to 0, 11 minus 4x equal to y. If I put y equal to 0, I get x equal to 3.75. So the length becomes like this, straight line. Right. Now look at the second case. Now if I put x equal to 0, you will get 9 mod is that. Remember 9. Okay, and if I put, then if I keep on increasing, put x as 1, you will get 3. So it goes down to 3. Right? And at 1.5 it becomes 0. Because 6 into 1.5 minus 9 becomes 0. Then again goes up. So it will intersect somewhere at this particular point. You can find out that at x equal to 2, if I put 12 minus 9, 3, it becomes 3. Here also when x equal to 2, it becomes 3. So at point 2 it intersects. at x equal to 9 both becomes 3, so at point 2 it intersects. And if I go on the left side again here, if I put -1, okay, so this becomes again 11 -1 and 6x -1. If I put, you should get the value -6, 15 and 15 you will get both the sides. So it intersects at -1. So between these 2 points, -1 and 2, it will be below, which means at 0 and 1. So in this case, equating is the easier way of solving. Diagram is a little difficult. But in some case, when the equations are complicated to solve, then diagram becomes easier to solve. No body methods, but yeah, it will be useful based on what type of question comes in the exam. Get 2 jars, A and B. Okay, total 20 liters. So first 6 liters is poured, then n liters is poured, and this becomes 3 times, they said. Okay, n liters poured, quantity of the jar left in jar A, so triple the quantity. Now the ratio becomes 2:1 finally. So always start with a value given to you. The value given is in the n 2:1. So 20 liters, but break it up into 2:1. So this will become 1/3 20 upon 3. This will become 2/3 40 upon 3. If I break it up into 2:1. Okay, 20 1/3 will be 20 upon 3. Right? Now this becomes triple. After adding n, it becomes triple. So before adding n, it will become 1/3 of it, 40 upon 9. Before adding n, it would be 40 upon 9, 1/3, because after it becomes triple. Because you're reversing the calculation. When you go from n to the start, you reverse the calculation. Then here you remove 6. So now you add 6. 40 upon 9 plus 6. You will realize that this is 94 upon 9. If this is 94 upon 9, this will be 20 minus 94 upon 9, which is 86 upon 9. So ratio is 94 upon 9 is to 86 upon 9. You will get 47 is to 43. Now the method I was talking to you is reverse calculation. You start from the end, because the value is given to the end, and then go progress to the start. And only take one case, A, automatically get B. You don't have to take both the cases. It becomes easier to solve. 2 trains A and B move in the opposite direction. The ratio of time taken by train A and B. Now time taken I know is distance upon speed. Now all the values are given in ratios and the answers are in percentage. So I can start with assuming something. Let me assume the length of train A is 2 and length of train B is 3 is what I take. Now if I look at the time taken by train A, so time taken by A, let's say 3, which is nothing but length of A upon speed of A. Length of A is 2 upon speed of A. From that I get speed of A as 2 by 3. This is to cross the lamppost. I'm taking 3 out here to cross the lamppost. Now in the second case, train A is crossing the train B. Okay, train A is crossing train B. So time taken is 5 out here. Time taken is 5. That is length A plus length B upon speed A plus speed B. So if you look at out here, length A plus length B is, we took 2 and 3, 5. Speed A we got 2 by 3. We want speed of B. We can't take minus because then it will not satisfy, it will not give you negative value. So we start with this. So if you calculate this, 2 by 3 plus speed of B is equal to 5 by 5, which is 1. So speed of B becomes 1 minus 2 by 3, which is 1 by 3. So I get speed of A as 2 by 3, speed of B as 1 by 3. But we want time. So time for A to cross the lamppost is length of A upon speed of A, which is length of A is 2, speed of A is 2 by 3, which if we calculate will become 3. Time taken of B to cross the lamppost, length of B upon speed of B. Length of B is 3, speed of B is 1 by 3, so 9. So time taken is 3 times actually. 3 times means time taken by B is 200% more, B option. So here when the ratios are there in the question and the option also is percentage of ratios, you can assume that values 2 and 3, 3 and 5 and then calculate. So I took lengths as 2 and 3, I took time taken as 3 and 5 and calculated, I got the answer. Basically in the end, it's not, time is not 3, it's 3 units, but we don't know what it is. So, but you get a ratio, 3 and 9 you get a ratio 3 times, because the answer asks ratio, so you can get the answer. If the answer asks the actual value, you can't take this as ratio. You'll have to take 2x and 3x and then solve in that case. Square of side 10 centimeter. Divide into 100. So that means you have square which divide 100. 10, 10, 10. So there are 10 lines, 10 parts, 10 squares out here. You want dimension 2 by 3. So if I say dimension 2, how many lengths can I form of dimension 2? So like first square and second square and third square, then third square and fourth square, up to 9 square and 10 square, right? Dimension 2. If I take it dimension 2 and then 3, I want rectangle 2 by 3. So there are 9 such cases I can take on one side where I can take 2 as a length, right? 1, 2, 2, 3 up to 9, 10. For dimension 3 out here, it can be 1 to 3, first square to third square, up to 8 to 10. 1 to 3 would be 1, then second to fourth would be second, up to 8 to 8. So if I'm taking 2 by 3, I can find 9 into 8, 72 rectangles. But if I take 3 by 2 reverse, it will be again 8 into 9, 72 rectangles. So total 144 rectangles, A option, right? First of all, try to find how many lengths of 2 I can form. You can see that 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4 up to 9, 10, I can form 9 dimension 2. And dimension 3, I can form 8. 1, 3, 2, 4 up to 8, 10. So it goes from 1 to 8, so 8 sides. So number of rectangles formed is 9, 8 is 72. If you reverse 3 by 2, that means if you take length as 3 and breadth as 2, then it becomes 8 into 9. So 72 plus 72, you get 144. 144 is the answer. Try to understand the method, try to apply these methods. If you can apply it and learn from this, it will help you with solving things faster. It is a slow process learning shortcut methods, but it over a period of time helps you to learn and apply things faster. I've seen people who have started applying, initially they are slow, but over a period of time it helps them to be fast. Thank you.